been having fun and magic in your life yet today, then you can do that now. So you're about to catch up and get with the fun. So as always, I've created sacred space. I've been doing amazing things all day. So I'm just walking on air with the fairies. And my intention today was, of course, for the solstice. So happy solstice, solstice blessings. And so I got up to watch the sunrise, and I got up at 4:30, and I do almost every day, and this time of year, and I went out and I swam in the gold light that was coming across the water. And then I went to town. I went to town, but I went to a Mayan pyramid, where my focus is always to talk to the stones and talk to the ancient Maya, and the medicine and the messengers and everything there is very, 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 very powerful to me. And however, my intention today was, because of the solstice and because of what we're doing here together on the Messages, Messengers, and Medicine series, this masterclass is going to be about fairies and nature spirits. And I try to focus just on fairies, and the nature spirits keep showing up. So they're very much from the same realms, and they're a little bit also in that magical realm kind of category, but we're going to talk a little bit about that on another day. And so there's so many amazing realms that we can communicate with, and just within the biosphere of the Earth or our galaxy, and everything living in the Earth, from the crystals and the waters and the minerals and the oils to the animals and the insects and the roots and the plants and the ginger, all the things that heal us, and the waters and the ethers and the stars and the moon, we're all part of the same energy, and we're here as a group of beings, souls that came together to co-create this space. And we've reached to the extreme of the experiment, and we're coming back now. And so we're in this decade of the great societal reset, or the grand metamorphosis, or the grand transformation, or whatever words that you've heard or that you prefer for what we're going through. So the good thing is we're deep enough in to know things aren't going back, and we know we're moving forward, and we know things are moving faster than they ever have before, and we know that we are completing patterns and past lives and wounds and problems and identities that don't serve us, literally not just daily, we're into hourly. We're into like 3 to 4, what is it, 4? 3 to 5, 3 to 5, this is what my team's telling me, resets a day. This is how fast the frequencies are going, the consciousness is raising. So by the way, this is Rosemary, and as you enter the sacred temple here, the fairy realms are already here, the Alush, all of the nature spirits that were around me all day, on the beach, in the ocean, the solstice, 15 flamingos flew over me. This, again, I have a video of that. Yesterday we had 9, and it's very rare. And then I was at the pyramids, and I was walking with the trees, and so my intention was to tune into the nature spirits in the land. And I do that naturally anyway, but I've never gone with just that intention. And that was the kingdom that came forward that said, we want to be the messengers today. We want to share our medicine. And so we're going to play, because it's the solstice, because if you were here with me, we would have a party. We'd be out in the pool right now, or the jacuzzi, or the steam room, or on the beach, or over here, or playing with my little kitties. Or, we would be having a wonderful, magical time doing some art over here. And so I wanted to have a festival with you. And so what we're going to do is hi, Britt. We're going to, oh, good. I have finally shown up. Awesome. And so we're going to have a fun. We're going to have a festival. So we have different things that I have planned. And as usual, we're going to intuitively hand it over to the energies this is rosemary, I think I was saying. I usually use copal, and I did have some earlier. However, this is, in fact, it's been a big copal day. I bought a whole ton of copal because my retreat starts next week, and I not only use it during the retreat every day, every ceremony we do, every morning, people get smudged and cleansed and cleared, and a whole, shamanic blessing as you come in, and then we have our activations, and then we do it at the sacred sites, and then people like to take it home, so I got a lot of extra. However, rosemary, having a nature essence, is really a plant medicine, right? And it is rosemary. However, it has a deva, it has a fairy, it has a nature spirit. The essence of it is holding who it is. And so rosemary came to ask to be our cleanser tonight. And we've had a lot of it before I came live and now. So you can feel it, breathe it in. This is natural, made by local people, very organic, thick, and very wonderful. So we'll leave it over here to go for a little while more. And as we are coming together in the sacred space, I want you to imagine, I want you to feel that you're coming in and we're having a big hug. And I'm looking you in the eye. And I'm saying, thank you for being you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for celebrating this beautiful moment. You are a sparkling golden ray of light, and what comes through you is to be shared. So today is the day that you get to fill up on all of the gold light. And the sun coming through your crown right now, you may not feel it. It might be dark where you live already. However, the sun is shining and that gold ray is pouring into your crown. So as you take your spot, I want you to feel like you're coming in now. You're passing through all of the beautiful essences, the aromas, all of the crystals and all of the guardians, all of the nature spirits and animals are here. And you're going to come in and you're going to pick up whatever feels good to you. And you're going to walk over and find a beautiful place in this circle. And in this divine circle of love, we are in the sanctuary of Ixchel. This is my home. And the land called me here. And we've built over the past 2 years a sacred space where every day we're working with the nature spirits and the land and the waters and the plants and the trees. And we're bringing in things to add symbols and figures and statues and other beauty. And the intention is always to bring the energies into the most optimal space to welcome, open, protect. And we have around us here, we can look around the circle. Oh my gosh. We all have fairy wings. Oh, this is so much fun. And by the way, we're having our Midsummer Night's Dream together. And as I'm looking around the sacred circle, what's beautiful about the temples of light that we create and we enter, I always have a certain space created so that you're aligned to what is optimal to your highest good and what is optimal at this time. We always have a space that is bringing you love and complete between the world, infinite, okay? And then within that, it begins to change and adapt to our class or to our call or to our theme. And it begins to become whatever. And this is the truth for you. You can enter your own reality every day. You can walk with intention. What are you doing with your foot chakra when you touch the earth? The minute that I entered the sacred site today, I immediately become aware. I'm weaving my heart with the land. I've asked permission to enter in many sacred ways for days before and all the way there. And I've prepared myself to be bringing the optimal energies, because I exchange key codes everywhere I go. I'm carrying things I don't know anything about. Maybe I know that somewhere in that site will receive exactly what they need, what that soul's, what that essence, what that light being, whether it's a plant or a tree, or it's the nature spirit or deva that goes with it, whether it's the ancient spirits living in the stones or the temples, whether it's the crystals in the earth, whatever energy it is, it has its own mission. And so you connect with it through your feet, and you walk every day. And your foot chakra is a drain. It's an opening to release whatever you don't want, so that your earth star can filter it and then release the goo, the pain, the past, the crap you don't need into Gaia. And then Gaia will absorb it, eat it up, compost it back to love. However, then your earth star holds on to the gems. Everything you've been through leaves behind a wisdom, a gem, and it will come to you. However, if you're not aware when you're walking on the earth, are you spreading anger? Are you distracted with life? Or are you intentionally walking? Thank you for welcoming me here. And all around us now, it's night. And it's dark, and we're in the middle of a forest, and it's one of those magical fairy forests, and I see little lights lighting up, and I see little fairies and dragonflies kind of flitting around behind us. So it's so exciting. And then suddenly we all had fairy wings. So I want you to kind of tune in and feel that space. Allow yourself to be here now. And take a deep breath any way you want. But watch it and feel it and let it expand you. Is it pushing out the distraction and filling you with joy? Is it filling you up with violet flame or flowers or all kinds of sun rays, gold or orange? And let it go. What are you giving back down? Send it down through your feet. Send it into the earth. Send it to your earth star. Now, relax. I ask to enter this sacred space. I am here with an open heart, ready to celebrate this divine moment, the longest day of light, this beautiful summer solstice. And I'm here to play with the nature spirits and the fairies in the way that is most optimal for my highest good. And I welcome and open my intuitive network and my divine team to align with what is optimal for me and clear my connection. I ask now to step into my next level of light and fairy light. Fairy light, fairy communication in whatever way that is. Nature spirits, the ones that are optimal for me at this time and my highest good. And the ease to discern which ones are and which ones aren't. With honor and grace and gratitude and love, I accept this connection and this clarity, and I step into the center of this circle. Now, we want to see you. We want to see you, the fairies say, and they're coming close. There seems to be so many fairies realms. They almost seem to be divided up. There's a big flower of life outside of us, and I'm seeing it changing color. So the rainbow fairies are here, and the rainbow fairy realms are very different because they're light realms, right? They're rays of light that have different frequencies and way beyond what we see in the rainbow. So the light fairies are here. How wonderful. Thank you. So touch them, be here. Ask that all of your disbelief just take a moment outside and enter this beautiful fairy festival of light, magic, joy, freedom. Nourishment is here. Magic is here. And there's a lot of giggling, a lot of laughter, and you can sense it and feel it starts to tickle, and it's running bubbles through you in rainbows. And just play with the energies because they're surrounding us. We have the whole sacred, secret, magical woods and all the nature spirits. And those woods are joining with the Celtic woods and the stone circles and the Celtic fairies. And it's almost like we have an international conference going on. I feel some Norse fairies here. The Maya Alush means nature spirit, and Shanas means fairies. And I've been playing with them all day. So they are here. And the jungle nature spirits are here. So I live in a dry jungle, and I'll have pictures. Oh, the light fairies were coming out in the pictures too. Thank you, thank you. So feel into this, and you've been asked to step into the center of the circle. So you have the circle of our beautiful community here, and all of these beautiful, beautiful beings. It is beyond an honor to be here with you. And now you step into the center, you're sensing and feeling these colors, these beautiful gold and silver temple, the space between the worlds, the festival. You can feel it and sense it. You might smell something. Everything that you're going to sense is exactly what you most love. I just smelled cinnamon buns. And then when I said love, it changed to cherries. And now it's like coffee, but like a cappuccino kind of coffee. So they're serving up for our senses a buffet, a delight. There's some fairies from all different realms and times. There's nature spirits, a lot of gnomes. They don't all look like the gnomes, with the hat. A lot of the gnomes here, lots of nature spirits here, lots of people catch them on their camera. And I was at the crystal store today, and the man said people come and show him all of their pictures from the cenotes, which are water caves. We go to them during my retreats. Amazing, 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 amazing. And they capture nature spirits with their camera, and you can see them in the water, like behind the husband. Look over there. But they don't usually have the pointy hat, and they look more like like a big rock, or, with face, or something that's not really pretty, not like we think of fairies. So the nature spirits were telling me today, and this guy confirmed it when I went to the store later, that people don't understand nature spirits at all, and that there's a sense of disconnect from so much in nature because people are not with it. So those might be appearing to you. See which realms you connect with, and then start to feel that everyone here is sending you love and sending you light, and it's pouring in. It's like a rainbow. I'm seeing streams come in, different colors, and they're just circling. They're coming in from hearts. They're coming in. Wow. This is another amazing thing. So if you're here with me or you're watching this, then you are a part of the circle. And the fairies are not sending the energy to you in the middle. They're sending it through everyone's heart who is here. So if you're here, you're both receiving through your heart all of the fairy realms that are here, and the nature spirits, and the flower of life, spherical consciousness, the fairies of the rainbow and light. And they are now sending and infusing a rainbow of light through your heart, through the back of your heart center. So first, feel that. Be in the circle. Feel that we are holding hands. We are holding hearts. We are here in joy. We are a circle of light and love. We've known each other before. We've traveled and celebrated. We've played in ceremony. We've created big magic. We've healed. We've grieved. And we've held each other. And we reconvene now to again activate this love and this light. I see each and every one of you. And I see your fairy wings. They're all so different. They're all so beautiful. The shapes, the colors, the size. You're unique, every one of you. And me. We are one in so many ways. And we are here as one to be our individual, beautiful, divine self. And tonight, they're saying we celebrate the sun, the gold ray of prosperity. We celebrate the joy and the magic that you hold within you. We are celebrating the fairy wings that you are finally remembering that you have had. These are yours. You have used them before. We've waited so long for this beautiful destiny moment. Every moment from now on that has a significance, this is an opportunity for you to reconnect to another part of your soul's blueprint, to release and complete an old identity, fear, behavior, or limit. So feel that love coming. I'm going to play the crystal bowls and not speak for a moment. Use this moment to drop deeper into this moment. Feel yourself standing in the circle here with me, holding hands. Our hearts sending weaves of love to each other, like a Celtic weave around the circle. Feel now from behind you the midsummer night's magic, the fairy spirits of the forest. See the little lights of the fairies and start to feel and sense how many different realms are surrounding us, have gathered at this sacred moment with us. Thank you, 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 everyone, for this gorgeous, amazing, magical portal. We accept the gold rays of the sun. We open our 12th chakra, our golden central sun chakra. We connect now through all the divine rays that have poured out through this day, through these 3 days, this longest and most light, the light of the gold ray that holds every ray within it, that is the divine transcended mind, the ascended abilities to master the energy, to play with your magic, to remember your wisdom, to access your knowledge, to use it, to speak it, to live it, Today, we remind you you've had many magical realms, many, many magical realms help you many, many times in many, many lives. We would like to remind you that one of the ideals in your beautiful soul blueprint was to be more connected with the fairy and nature realm. So welcome home. This is the start of something beyond the magic that you have experienced. Because when you realize what you think is impossible, what you think is beautiful, what you think is joyful and out of reach and impossible, some child's dream, someone's imagination, which means nothing, yet those are the birth of reality. You are here. You are being infused right now with the golden elixir of this solstice. Every ray of the sun, the great central sun, our sun, your great central sun, chakra number 12, and your solar plexus in your belly are now being fed, infused. The rays go through this. The great central sun sends all of the sun's powers. Every ray is filled with code. Every being on the planet is filled with receptors. Those receptors know exactly which codes to take in and which not to take in, which medicine from the sun and the gold ray is optimal and which is not. As it pours through our sun, it steps down into a more manageable frequency. It pours into our 12th chakra, way, way, way above your head, way out in your light body. This chakra is here to receive the gold light and the codes for growth from the sun and to filter them to match you and your soul's blueprint. Now it pours down and moves through your beautiful soul blueprint in your 9th chakra, your stellar gateway. Now it moves through there, filtered again, so that you are only going to receive exactly what is optimal for you. You are not going to be overloaded, pushed too fast. And then it moves through your soul star, your 8th chakra, your higher self. Feel it now hovering above your crown chakra and give it permission. Your soul star, your higher self, now filters that ray a little more. And it is now an elixir that has been mixed just for you. The minute you're ready, breathe in and it begins to pour down, pouring down through your crown chakra and over you. You feel it moving through the center and bathing your brain. You feel it moving in a vortex around your crown and up and down through the skull. It's seeping into the jaw, the throat, filling everything with the most delicious elixir of gold sun. This is spiritual golden sunlight. It is the divine gifting you with life. Receive it with the most respect, honor. Thank you. Thank you. Now it can pour through your heart into your solar plexus, and you can receive this gold ray elixir bath while the fairies lay around you. Feel, receive. The gold elixir bath infusion will continue as long as is optimal for you at this time. Now, with that pouring in, you can receive all the light and love from the realms of the fairies around us, pouring through your heart. I accept. Now allow this to continue to pour through you and to you in whatever way is optimal. And walk out of yourself, leaving part of you in the circle. Enter the center of the circle. Become the beautiful being of light in the center of our fairy festival. And now stand here. Everyone's beams of light coming through their hearts are infusing you. It feels so delicious as you say, I accept, I receive, I digest, I enjoy, I savor. Thank you, I love this. Breathe it in and allow more and more of your magical self to appear. You're going to start feeling and seeing and sensing your fairy wings even more. Now I receive this bath of love and more parts of me that remember and are connecting to and are beginning to reconnect to and clear and open with all this divine gold light to my wisdom and knowledge of the magical realms. Allow the fairy or the fairies that have been most important to you to come into the center of the circle with you now. As they're coming in, I'm receiving some messages now. So I am going to begin to receive some readings, and just stay in your space. Don't open your eyes, just be here, because the fairy realms are coming in to the space, the center with you. You're being bathed with all this love and light and colors. You're feeling, it's like the light turning on, and you're getting to see yourself for the first time, and you can feel completely differently. It's like everything's lighter. You move like liquid light. Your aura is so glowing, so vivid. It's almost electric and fluid. Be here. Symphony, 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 symphony. They love your name. They love your name. And they look to me like little, it's like a musical in the past where they're like little line of them are coming down, they're not coming down a spiral staircase, they're flying, but like they're coming from off the screen, down this spiral staircase. They're all similar. They have different color hair and different colored skin a little, but they all have small violet wings. And just one simple wing point out, but violet, and they're coming down like little synchronized dancers, and they have little musical notes that pop out of them every so often. So it's like symphony. They would go like that, and the little musical note pops up out of them. I guess the musical aspect of it, they're weaving down. Now that they're here, they seem to be going around you. And what is this? That's interesting. They're working with some nature spirits around your feet. They look a little bit like crabs. They're not. They're saying they're more like it's an earthy rock, kind of, but it's very etheric. The essence of dirt. Okay, so not just earth, but dirt specifically. Interesting. So they're coming around, and then they come down, and then this sort of being is just up around your feet, a little, maybe 2 feet circle around you, but under your feet, this nature spirit is like almost like his essence is coming up around you. It does have a masculine feeling to it, and says it goes with you everywhere. So you should feel more doesn't like my words, safe, grounded, but it's like, no, not like that. No, not like that. Just you, keep saying, like, you should just feel you. You should just feel like this is me. Wherever I go, I have this earth spirit under my feet. So I'm always bring with me whatever I need. I don't need to worry about it. And then he's just like be you, like you're just like, there it is, and here I am, and let's look around and be where we are. And then the little dancing violet fairies, their wings look like orchids. They look like a violet colored orchid. Now there's light coming through the wing, and it's like an orchid, quite exquisite. And they're very like a little doll, like a 30s doll or something. The hair is kind of like that, and they have just a little outfit on with a little skirt, a little net skirt, and a little satin top, like a little girl. They have a smaller body, a little bit more like a little girl than a lady. So a little chubbier or whatever, not like a svelty body. They're smiling. They're just all just pure smiling. They are orchid fairies. Okay, so they're like, So they are orchid fairies. And so these are, okay. Interesting. So they say that they bring orchid energy is like air. It's actually an earth. It's a flower spirit, flower fairy, flower deva realm that has a lot of air element in it. Because I don't know, but can orchids live off air? Like do they live on trees or something maybe? So there's a sense of air element that they bring down. And so it's not just bringing in the beauty of an orchid, the exoticness of an orchid, the singularity of an orchid. They're saying that the singularity of an orchid is what's so powerful, that they're proud of being from, is that it's not a flower that has a lot of flowers. It's like, beautiful orchid, beautiful orchid, beautiful orchid. It's like they're like so connected, embodied in who they are, that they are just strongly themselves. They're strongly themselves. They're saying that they're showing me a vibrational note going out. So they're saying like a tone, like a really strong one that you feel, like a bass or something. Like, and they're so unique that they stand out, and they startle, and there's a lot of people who don't resonate with them. They have a powerful energy, they say. So you are very powerful, and this is the reason that they have loved working with you in the past. And that power has to be grounded. So somewhere in some life, or maybe is it in the design for this life? Yes. Oh, so this is the first time you work together. Yes. And did you play with this pre-soul? Yeah. No. Okay. Have you tried this out? Oh, earlier in life? Have you been here with her the whole life? Oh, were you here with her from birth? Yes. Have you always worked together? Yes. So have you been around all the time, or have you been in the background sometimes? Have you been around all the time? No. Have you been in the background sometimes? Yes. Okay. And now you want to come back? Yes. And you want to come back and work with Symphony. How? Work with Symphony. Yes. Okay. So they're saying to recognize that these qualities that they've mentioned, to remember the strength. Like even an orchid, if you touch the petal, it's like I don't know if it's a succulent, a semi-succulent. It's thick. It's got substance. It's got the ability to hold more. It's not a very delicate leaf for a flower. And this is significant. It's again part of its strength and uniqueness. So these qualities you must embody. You must begin to work with the nature spirits of dirt around you, your feet, under and around your feet. So you could practice doing this, they're showing you doing this like on a carpet, but you're doing kneading, or like a cat does, into these earth spirits, and recognize they're there. They've been with you this whole life. They paired up for this life. They've been there the whole time, but like guardian angels are sometimes, they're very present. They're really, 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 really like almost in your face. They're like so involved in what's happening. And then sometimes it's not really their specialty. So they kind of go in the background, but they're there. So they said they've been like that. And how long have you been back? 1 day, 2 days, months, years, months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 8 months, 8 months, 8 months that they've been back in present with you. So they've been knocking on the door, they said. So this is a very exciting. So feel them spiraling into you. Start to embody the qualities. Work with that nature spirit around your feet. And they said that they're rejuvenating the music. And the music is your soul's signature frequency. It is the vibrational rate when you are vibrating in complete attunement to your soul's blueprint, the full potential of your soul. And it's okay if you're not vibrating to that. Almost no one is. There are times that there may be parts that you do, but that is what the music, and it's why you have some kind of a vibrational ability. They said that they like to work with you because you are strong in your structure, and your structure can handle higher and higher vibrations. That's very important. And the vibrations coming from the sun or from wherever are getting higher. They hold more and more codes, but it requires higher consciousness and the structure to be able to receive and not burn out on these higher frequencies. So you already have that, and you have ability to transmute the energies that come in. So it's almost like you receive a really strong frequency, and then you sort of you disband it, or you spread it out. So like dilute it or something, put it out so it's not quite so intense. And then you sense it, and it works in your bones. Namaste. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's Lisa Cat. Someone with Cat, the last name of Cat. Lisa Cat. Okay, Lisa Cat. And Lisa Cat. Ooh, Lisa Cat, Lisa Cat. Who is the fairy realm that's here for Lisa Cat? Wow. So a stillness came over our space, and darkness like night, like midnight, descended. Everything looks like a deep blue night sky, speckled with stars. This is a velvet stillness that you require right now. Your life needs this stillness, softness. Even the light shining to you is tiny pinpoints of light. So don't let the download of light today overwhelm you. We are bringing you this beautiful envelopment in the velvet stillness of a blue night sky. And the fairies that work with the stars to bring starlight into the earth is both bringing starlight and moonlight, which is reflected sunlight. And they're saying it's also some of those little stars are the sun's light being allowed in through a smaller flow, smaller pipe. Stepping it down for you right now, rest is required. We want to wrap you in this midnight. We want to take you into the sacred midnight forest. We want you to feel like you are being showered with flowers, and the fairy realms are rocking you in a hammock. Everything is here. You feel soft, safe, and loved. Go to sleep tonight and come here with us. Lay in this little cocoon we have. Let us rock you. Let us bathe you with the starlight and hold vigil for you all night. There are things that must be done, finished, completed. A little bit like having a birth, but more like passing a kidney stone. Not the pain of it, but that it's a birthing of something you're done with. And they said that it's taken too much of your time and energy, and now you have this night to be healed because you will be held. And when you awake, the morning sun needs to hit your face. And when it does, you will know that we have completed this with you. And whatever it is, you don't need to know. And if you know, that's wonderful too. And as it is leaving, feel nothing but gratitude and receive the magic and the love. Be in this space, and we will attend to you, and you will be reborn in the morning. And so it is. Thank you. Namaste. This one is the heart chakra, by the way. All right. Ruthella. Woo, we've got some playful and fun fairy energies here. Ruthella. They like to dance. They're coming down in a big wave of light around you. But again, it's sort of curving and swerving and swirling down around you. It's very organic, very feminine. It's not, I don't really see any fairies. It is just, they like to play with your name. They like the part that says Ella. There's something in that. You were an Ella. Oh my goodness, you were an Ella in 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 lives. You were an Ella. Exactly Ella. You were exactly the name of Ella in 3 other lives. And these are very relevant in this life. And the fairies that are really excited about you, the first ones I keep seeing over here, thank you, they look more like a angel with gold wings and like a solid halo, like those old sculptures where they would like put a disc of wood, just set it on top of the head. And they are so excited because the Ellas, so you're the 4th Ella. What does this mean? Oh, okay. So you're very connected to Greece, ancient Greece, to a lot of the fairy realms there, the nature spirits there. And they're showing that all these Ellas that you are like pillars in a small circular, like the Delphi Oracle Temple, but I'm not getting that's it, but like that, like a circular temple. Your different Ella lives are there as pillars, and you are one of them. You are the 4th Ella. And now you are being reunited. So some of the spirits and the nature spirits and the fairies are Greek, and from these Greek times. Some are this very Middle Ages angelic Italian art looking kind of, it does have a feeling of a carved wood statue more than another energy. It really holds that strong religious energy. I've never seen a fairy like this. I see. Okay. They're like, let it unfold. Right. So here are the Greek fairies as one pillar. With that, Ella, here's this medieval gold-winged angelic fairy realm, spirit realm. Another pillar. The third, something with wings, birds, birds, beautiful birds. These are fairies that look like birds. They're blue with some red, little beak, and they shapeshift. They look like a bird, and then they kind of grow a little body, more like a human body, but tiny, small one, smaller than a Barbie. And oh, they want you to understand about nesting, creating a nest, healing your nest, re redesigning your nest. It's like taking twigs out of a nest and putting new ones in. I don't know if they do that. There's a lot of that homey nesting, and they're saying the creativity needs these four pillars to come back, and then this will become relevant because there's some eggs. I'm seeing like little robin's eggs, that beautiful blue color. These little eggs inside of this pillar of blue bird fairy realms, and with wisdom of all the aspects of the idea of nesting. So your home or potential homes, or weaving home in a nest for safety and nurturing wherever you go, or weaving nests for others. That's just like really expand out, because that feels like there's so much you could go into. Thank you. Now we're seeing a light ring above where these three pillars are attached, and they're asking you to step into the fourth spot. And there's a ring of light below you step onto, and you reach all the way up, and there's a ring of light that connects to your pillar of light, and it's connecting through the 12th chakra. And you're now in this beautiful sacred connection back with your three other Ellas. So I was looking to see if they wanted to show me your wings, and they shriveled. It's like they shriveled up, almost like something was eating them away when I looked down to little nubbins. And they said that those old wings are gone, and that now the four energies of these lives, of what you did, what you knew, the fairy realms and nature spirits that you worked with, now that you're back together, this is a whole new game, and you will grow completely new wings through this connection. So visualize it, imagine it, talk to it, write about it, whatever way you can. Come back and just be here, ready and willing and open and receptive. Be that fourth pillar to create the stable space for your soul to manifest its highest joyful intention. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Okay. Let's see, what do we have? We have Josie. Yes, thank you. Oh, Josie, they want you to have a card. Okay. So now, let me see here. Do this. Josie. All right. Josie, you're dancing around. Your wings seem to be, they are red sometimes. I don't know if they're fire wings. They seem to change, like a fire might get redder or hotter or go down, but they don't look like flames. They just saw red. And then you're dancing, very intentional. It looks like you're walking around looking at your feet, pushing them down like I told you to look at, or to do with your foot chakra. They're both for you. Okay. So there's 2 cards for you. And oh, we got gnomes and fairies. So gnomes is one of the bigger areas of nature spirits. The number's 47, and that adds up to, of course, 11, which then adds up to 2. So you might want to take that down. And the other one is 26, which is 8, which is infinity. So beautiful. So these are in Spanish. They're new today. I don't know them at all. So give me a second. I'm going to share them with you, though. So this is 147. And it says, the gift. Offer an alms of food, a potential. Oh, you're being gifted by the gnomes. The nature spirits are gifting the fairy and you with a gift, with a fairy. So you can see that he is handing over this beautiful flower. So you can take this in and see, is this you? Is this your fairy? Receive the gift. So everything in this image, the energies are speaking to you. Take in the message. You don't need to understand it right now. Your whole being is taking it in. She's got fall leaves, you know, she's a beautiful, beautiful fairy. And I don't know what this flower is specifically. And the other one is the blue child. Your dreams have been realized. Your soul goes forward. Oh my goodness, the blue child. So here, how beautiful. So here we have Josie, butterflies, baby coming out of a mushroom or something with beautiful butterfly wings. And it's called the blue child. As your dreams have been realized. And there's an 8 up there for you. 2 and 6 is 8, which is an infinity above and below. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. That's a lovely, lovely. Oh, I'm so glad I got these today. Thank you for Josie. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let me see here. I know some people. If you heard your reading, I would love to hear feedback. Oh, good. Here we go. Symphony said, wow, wow, wow. Amazing. So many ahas. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Love. Yay. All right. Brittany came back. I had to go for a sec. I'll be catching the replay. You're talking about rest and stillness. Good. Rest, yes. Ella, all of us? No, this was a reading for Ruthella. A fairy reading would be magical. Yes. I'm going to put you here, Brittany. I have Anne still over here and Brittany. I don't know if I'll get to everybody. Oh, 2 is your life path. Nice, nice. Good, Josie. Excellent. What an adorable card. I know these are gorgeous. I'm super thrilled. They're all in Spanish, but that's okay. I mean, I speak pretty good Spanish now, but awesome. Good, 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 good. Excellent, everyone. Jennifer. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, Symphony, that was amazing. So, all right, let's do a few more, and then I'll share some other fun things in our festival tonight. Thank you for joining me. And I had to move it back an hour because we left this morning. I was up at 4. I did my swim in the sunrise. The flamingos flew over. It started out all magical. We had to go to town because Chris is having issues, so we had to go see the chiropractor and the naturopath, or he's an energy healer as well. And I went to the pyramids this morning and spent the morning with the Alush and the nature spirits at the sacred site, ancient Mayan site. And then we did some things around town, and we went and played at the crystal store, and I got these fairy cards. So they're called The Oracle of the Fairies by Lucy Cavendish. And they are in Spanish because I bought them here. I live in Mexico. However, you could probably get them where you are. Oracle of the Fairies. This is fairies in Spanish. Hadas. Lucy Cavendish. Lucy Cavendish. Okay. All right. Beautiful. So let's see. Yes. I can feel that. Whew. All right. We'll do that. Some of you are very on fire. Oh, Brittany. Okay, Brittany. Brittany is next. See, my little Pegasus unicorn magical cutie pie came over. This is a cacao seed pod, not a real one. And this is the pyramid I was at today. This is the one that the sun comes through in the solstice and gives you a third eye solar initiation. And I got 12 of them. I got to move forward 12 times and receive it. It would rise again and rise again. Peak experience of life. Going to do it again this equinox. If you're interested in coming with me, let me know. So, Brittany. Ooh. Brittany. I'm just going to look at you, sweetie, because it's such a magical day. Woo, you got horns on, girl. You look like you're at a Renaissance festival. My kids, this was our life for years. All the costumes, wings or cat ears or horns or elf ears and costumes and everything. And you look like you have little horns on. They're decorative little fun things. And you have like a little dress. It's very much like you've gone somewhere. It's festival-y. It does look like a fair. It looks like a fairy fair, like a fairy time fair, small town fair, with all the booths and dancing and old timey. And you've got this dress with ruffles. It's kind of off your shoulders and it's that little ruffle at the top and then poof sleeve and like a fancy little curly apron. And you're sort of dancing and prancing. There's something else. Oh, those are your wings. I can see your wings now. Okay. Oh, good. Oh dear. I don't want you seeing that. Thank you. They're black. They look like lace. Ooh, they're beautiful. And it's almost like they come over your shoulders and down your arms. Like you have this beautiful black lace, skin tight all the way down your arms and onto your hands like fingerless gloves. It's like super awesome. And then they're like big, they go up, and they're like lacy. Ooh, there's a lot of power here. And they're showing that you had played with some of the dark energies of the fairies in some life. And that's okay. But what it does is give you two things. It gives you expertise for knowing and understanding them. And it gives you more affinity to sensing and feeling those energies and sometimes getting sucked back into them. So they're saying that this is a power that is so, wow, it's almost thick and like flowing, but it's sort of like you take it and you stretch it. And are you the taffy girl? Who gets the taffy? It reminds me of that. It's like black and shiny and gooey, but it's like you can stretch it. And this is energy that, wow. So you're okay, you're in line and you're slated. I'm just going to say what's coming through. You're in line and you're slated to be using this energy in this life. But you got a whole lot of strength in it to do. And you got a whole lot of standing in your own power and a whole lot of flexibility to learn. You got to get your mind unhooked. It's like crocheted into 1,000 different places and it's hanging you up. You've got to stand in this like Catwoman. It reminds me of like Catwoman, like standing. It's sexy, it's beautiful, but it's powerful and it has a purpose. And it's about, wow, it's so strong that it almost has a sense of being like, pow, here I am. It's all about me, but it's not all about you because it's all surrounded with this golden light. And the blonde hair is like 10 times bigger and more gold and beginning to grow and beginning to flow. And this is your intuitive strength. This is your intuitive connections like wires. Okay. And they're saying that the download from the solstice is a massive Leo download. It's a massive self download and it's a massive intuitive download for you. However, these realms and some of the other parts of you, they're showing some guardian angels over there. There's some nature spirits here, some kind of rock. And it's not a cactus, but it's some kind of like cactusy thing, yucca thing with flowers. It looks like one I saw today. And lily pad, I'm seeing the cenote, I was at today. Lily, it was covered in lily pads and lotuses, water lilies coming up and blooming. So those are there working very strongly with a strong gold, white light being. So your entire pillar of light is opening up. And it's like it's opening from the back and this giant light being is stepping into it. So much taller than you, goes all the way up past the 13th chakra, past the 33rd chakra, and it's plugging into the edge of your light body. So like the crown is plugging into the edge of the light body, which is fused with your, your rainbow light body. This is a nature spirit. It looks like a big giant or a troll, like not evil or ugly, but just like a giant, like from Harry Potter, like an enormous Hagrid or something. And it just stepped into your pillar of light with you. And it's a nature spirit that has come back today to be with you. And it's going to live in your light body for 3 days in the central pillar of light with you. And it's to give you this unwavering strength, like it's like a giant, cement pillar just, entered you, that kind of strength. Like I'm here, boom, I'm light, I'm connected to all the nature realms, very grounded, very earthy, very friendly, always here for you, looking around, got your back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. I want you to do something here with the forehead. He keeps reaching over your head, right here across the forehead, close to the crown where the hairline is. It feels like that, like almost like imagine just peeling something back here, peeling something back. He needs you to peel that back. There's a barrier to receiving through the crown into this area. This is a key area here too. Okay, so they want to say that you have so this is actually Green Man. Wow. So I've just seen through the image into that, and I asked the fairy cards to clarify for you, and it came through with the Green Man. So you want to look up the Green Man if you don't know the Green Man, but like the nature spirit of all nature spirits practically, right? Completely made out of leaves. Very steeped in British culture, UK, and all that, okay? And it said, this says also the door, the giant green door, doors of fairies, annual cycles, access points, galactic and earth terrestrial access points. So the green man tracks the calendar, you know, the cycles of nature. So that's the relevant part of this, was they were just saying that the green man, which is a major thing, has just entered your light body. Wow. Yeah, this is a festival. Woo, we should have some mead. Oh, well, we'll have to do with vitamin C water. Namaste. All right. Woo, Brittany, go girl. Wow, green man. I can't wait to hear about this. All right. Anne. Anne. Lips are bothering me. Yes. Ah, okay. Cacao fairies. Cacao fairies. How delightful. Well, cacao is a very sacred spirit here. If you've drank cacao, we did a cacao ceremony a couple of weeks ago. You can find out how to do it. I bought cacao today for my retreat next week. I bring seeds, I bring chocolate bars, sugar-free and without sugar, and with this and without that, and seeds and powder to make drinks. And we just bathe ourselves in cacao, and we're going to do 2 cacao ceremonies with other 2 different ceremony groups. So the cacao is, so you can come next week if you want to, the 29th, 30th, or sorry, of June, or you can come in December. But the cacao spirit, I never really thought of it having a fairy nature spirit to it, but of course she does. I think of her more as a goddess. All right, thank you. Anne. So Anne, the cacao spirits, specifically the realm that weaves through the land, it isn't so much the cacao spirit that comes into your heart or your body or your mind when you connect through eating or drinking. This is the cacao spirit of the land where the cacao grows, where the cacao roots are that feed the cacao. And we want you to remember that you have tended us before. And that is the part of you that wants to have a magical connection again. The cacao tending is a sacred experience. It's not just farming or growing. It's not just producing something of value, very high value, or healing, or of course, deliciousness. It is that we know how to feed this, and this feeds our serotonin, our third eye, our halo, our crown, our eye abilities. This feeds our heart center, our heart truth. This feeds our body. So you're not reconnecting to this essence, you're reconnecting to the nature spirits and the you that tended the earth, that knew what to put in there because you knew this being so well. What would help it grow? You loved it. You cared for it. And that reconnection now to being the caretaker of the sacred cacao and the spirit as it grows, as it spreads around the planet, the work it's been doing. And knowing that in every area of life, you know how to tend to grow and be the caretaker of sacred berry plant medicines. These are medicines that you can now tend to and bring this wisdom of how to grow something sacred out of ordinary soil. How to do that in your life with all of the aspects of your life. Allow yourself to reconnect to this and to use it in every role that you play. How can I tune into the part of me that knows how exactly what this situation needs? This relationship, this person, this fear, this desire, this goal, this project, this presentation. And I know how to take care of it. And I take care of myself the same way. Namaste. Just beautiful, absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much. Well, these asked, of course, to come down onto the altar tonight. They're usually up on a different altar. So now I know why. Thank you, you guys. Oh my gosh. So we're going to do a few more cards in a minute. First, though, I want to show you some fun stuff. So I want to share and tune you in now to the nature spirits today that I was so blessed to connect to. And I'm going to show you a few pictures, and then I'm going to show you a few videos so you can settle in, because through the pictures and through the videos, you begin to receive the energies of the place, of the moment, and they'll transfer to you in whatever way is optimal. So be ready, be willing, be open, be optimal for the optimal to come to you. And remember that we're starting our Intuition Awakening Summer Camp July 15th. It's going to be all about nonstop spiritual guidance. I'm doing this to show you how everywhere. Today it was so hard to walk around this sacred site and not be completely focused on the Mayan energy and the temples and the meditation and this and that. But it was just as divine and wonderful to be more focused on the nature spirits. But then the trees are growing up through the temple, so there's this combination. And I'm going, the messages are everywhere. The messengers are everywhere. The medicine's pouring around me. Which one do I focus on? Well, the beauty is that I just go into peace and I walk, like I told you, touching the ground. So we're going to do 7 amazing experiences together where we awaken our intuitive guidance systems, receptors, clear, cleanse, and activate, and go in and meet new messengers every day. So we're going to do these things we're doing here and more. Angels, goddesses, gods, nature spirits, animals, crystals, all kinds of things, symbols, and give you this incredible infusion, super fun experience, and a massive quantum leap in your intuition. It happens every time. In all the classes this year, or mostly people who came last year, some before, to the Intuition Awakening classes, and they said, I just can't imagine who I was before these. I'm so glad that I jumped in and I did this. Everything is so different between starting businesses, doing readings, or just changing how you deal with your life, or how you handle stress, or how you unhook from something, or how you process death. Your whole life is ready to change because you need to be the messenger and the medicine that you were designed to be. So we're going to have so much fun. I just wanted to get us into a little fairy energy here. My beautiful honey bunny made this, and he does artwork on some AI art, and I asked him to do this a few months ago, and so I wanted to share that. So these are all the things we've done already. All the replays are up. If you're here on YouTube, subscribe, get notifications, go to the playlist, and if you subscribe at nanakasha.com, we'll send you the replay and the link. So tomorrow we're going to talk about ascended masters, god, goddesses. Then we're going to go into the elementals and magical realms and really intuitively co-create with them. And we're going to end with talking about spiritual mentors through time and past lives as messages from messengers that have medicine for our soul right now. So here we are having our festival, yay team. And so this was me today on the right with the daylight, and way down at the end is this temple that you see over here. This picture was at the equinox, and this was what happens on the equinox. The sun rises through this temple. You can see from the glow in my picture how absolutely stunning it is. And we start out way back, not as far as I'm standing here, but about halfway down, and then we move forward until about here. So the reason I have other people is that we're very close to the temple. However, I wanted to share a little of the energy with you, and this is where I will be going back to at the equinox. It is the only day of the year they open at 5 a.m., let a small group of people in, and we get to go and wait and watch the stars and the crescent moon last time over it turn into this. Absolutely amazing. So this is the energy that's here over all the years that it has been here, because it's a very ancient site. That energy has been downloading. It goes right into your third eye. It's called a solar initiation and triggers a whole chakra rewiring and upgrade. So you can see the jungle all around me here. This is a Sakbe, and today I had a solstice sunrise swim, and I had the flamingos fly over. It was quite amazing. So this is at the site of Sibyl Chaltoun, and every time I saw the sun, I would get a download into my crown. So I just wanted to share with you. Now, you want to look at these pictures with your heart, with your senses, because the Alush and the nature spirits are very alive here. And I walked outside the normal area where so many people go, and around the back and through some areas that people really don't wander, because I was interested in the nature spirits as much as the temples. So I want you to feel it, soften your eyes, because some of these pictures I'm going to show you, the nature spirits showed up, light beings show up. It's quite phenomenal. So here there's a lot of them around my head. I don't know if you can see it. There's almost like a halo, and they're working out of that tree, but also these little bushes that are in the background have a lot of vibrating nature spirit energies. So just scan around. This is an area I discovered that they're newly renovating, and there was no one there working and no one there looking. And I found an area that was open that didn't say I couldn't go there. So this is where I went for most of the time today. You can see that the temple was built in many different times. Someone built it, and then someone else came along later and built over it. And so you can see the really cool under temple there. And they're renovating the front. It's got a lot of stairs. And you can see up on the top are trees. So it's not normal for a tree to grow out of a building. However, because the jungle took over these and they're just now starting to go back and find them, the nature spirits are blended with the Mayan energy and the ancient secrets, and we just tune into the light codes, okay? The light codes, the magic codes that were there. So these aren't just like, oh, there's a tree spirit. The tree takes on, the tree spirits are there specifically because they're from that land. So wherever you live, your tree spirits, your nature spirits, your fairies are completely different than here. So this jungle that's all around us, through the whole peninsula, is filled with nature spirits that are very specific to here. And of course, when you grow in a pyramid that has been used for sacred purposes and has been here through time, you have to remember all the elements: the sun, the rain, the wood, the moon. Every time that sun came up in the equinox, it infused this whole space. So the nature spirits here, quite unique, and it was lovely because no tourists have walked around here yet. This is a cenote. This is water, completely covered with water lilies. You can see one of the Mayan temples behind it. And they no longer let anyone go in it. Cenotes are underground water caves of pure water that were considered sacred to the Maya. Now you can swim in them. This is one where the roof caved in and it just looks like a lake now. Then most of them are in caves, partially covered, partially open, completely covered, all different versions. We go play with them, do sound healing in them, play with all the nature spirits, the water spirits in them in my retreats. Phenomenal. So in this, you can start to tune into those water lily, or maybe the water spirits, the sylphs are that. the trees have some very interesting vortexes in this area. And you'll notice the trees are in all phases. This is natural. Nobody's grooming this. Fairies like that. They like natural areas. They don't like things cut and even and filled with poisons. They like it when you leave a little part of your yard wild. That's when you're going to attract fairies, just FYI. So the beauty of these sites is that the jungle all around that we're walking through and next to is just completely natural. So the energies of the fairies and the nature spirits is so strong. And you see things that are dead and things that are brand new and things that are dying and things that are being born. It's just amazing. And the sun coming through, I did a lot of work with the sun filtering through energies or trees or the tree spirits. So this one had some violet energies around it. I don't know if you can see it, but if you look down from the sun, down the tree, and just above where it splits into three, go over to the left, you'll see a green spot. This is a divine light being that was following me, and playing with us. And here you can see a white band in an arch across this path. Do you see it coming from low on the left? It arches up right by the roots of these trees and goes up and off the frame over here. So unfortunately, digital cameras screen out most of the light beings. They think it's just not supposed to be there. So I love to come back from these places and from my activations because I do capture some of them. They're so powerful. So they really had to come through and intentionally. So you see how they're like covering our path, and I walked through. Beautiful. Again, you may be tuning in or receiving from any of these different plants, nature spirits. There's a pyramid behind there. That is the new one that I was showing you before. Here's a little bit up close of those water lilies. You might tune in and feel some of those energies. It's a bit blurry, but I wanted to zoom in because we go to a place that has water gardens sometimes, and it's so delightful. There's a very special fairy energy, the water lilies. They're water elementals. They have these beautiful pads, right? These pads, these lily pads, these are receivers, right? They're receiving the gold ray, and they're filtering and taking exactly what they like out of the sun. And then they're growing these things that we use to represent our opening third eye and crown. So this is a whole watery place of receivers of gold light and opening of your crown. Fabulous. It's another view of the cenote with this other, this is what I saw for you. I think it was Brittany. I said, it's like a cactusy thing with the pink or reddish pink flower. And you can see, because there's many different trees and very different things here. And then you have this succulent with flower. And then you have this beauty of the lily pads and the water lilies. This is called a flamboyant. Yes, it means flamboyant. And this isn't even a really spectacular one. They're in bloom now in my town, and they get enormous, and they get covered in these amazing burning red orange flowers. So they were everywhere today, and the fairies were talking to me, and the spirit of this tree was talking to me. And I said, okay, I'll do my best to get a picture and include it. It's definitely not the best one. However, just tune into that for a moment. Receive that flamboyant flower fairy energy. Here's another close-up of the sun coming through the tree, and you can see there, to me, often these little light beings look like an eye or a portal, They look like a little fairy, or sometimes like a ray. You know how rays look like angels? See if you receive any love, light message from this beautiful beings. Here we have a newly reconstructed wall and the tree growing out of the center of the pyramid up there on the top, 2 of them, and the tree next to it, and the shadow of the tree. And as I was here, I had just walked through a tree that had these little strands hanging down, and they were like, I had to walk through them like strings, you know, like they had to touch me, and it had this very sensual quality to it. And then I looked up, and all of these trees and the shadow of the tree started to dance. They started to speak. And it was like I was seeing different aspects of these incredible tree spirits and their blend with this Mayan spirits and the Alush and the wisdom. And the fact that you have the shadow and the light. You have the physicality of it. And you have the roots that you don't even see, right? It's so rich. See what you feel. Here's another one where I noticed afterwards, do you see the band of light, the white light? It comes across the screen and really across the steps of the pyramid to the left, and down under the tree, right over the roots of the tree and up onto the steps. And I had many people look at it to make sure it wasn't me making it up. We zoomed in, we looked at it. I said, no, that's definitely something different. And you can see that it even colors, mists over the where it passes in front of the leaves on the tree. It looks like, you know, it's covering them and the roots, and it's amazing. So take a second and receive this beautiful blessing. And this is where I took the picture from. It was an exquisite morning. That's another view of the cenote. Believe it or not, these are papaya trees just growing there in the middle of this area. My guess is somebody ate a papaya, left it there, and the seeds began to grow. So all of the illusion fairies, these are the ones I played with, and here again is our pathway arched. And this is a nest, and I haven't looked up to find out what it is. Maybe you know, but it was hanging from a tree, and it's pretty big, and it was so magical. So I was very charmed by the energies of this beings. Saw that, saw that, saw that. So that one we had, yeah, we saw that. Okay. There's some butterflies. We had a lot of butterflies today. Here's a little bit more. And then this beautiful pod. So when you notice the fairy energy, the nature spirit energy, you may notice the difference between something of a root energy or a flower energy is different than a pod, or a seed energy is different than a leaf energy, and so on. So these pods were here, and then below it was this. There's something that turned into a big round thing, fell down, opened up, and there's the fluffy seeds. Isn't that gorgeous? Just gorgeous. Just full of life force and beauty. This is the fruit. This is the seed. This is the baby. This is the essence that this tree gave out. Receiving some beautiful downloads of softness, ripeness, readiness. Thank you. And on the way home, we saw a rainbow. So I was from the car, it was moving. I couldn't get a better shot than this, but that was the perfect way. And then I did go see the sunset over the ocean. And the beginning of a moment when we have this morning 15 flamingos flying over. So feel that beautiful spirit energy. I just feel incredibly blessed and excited every time that I see flamingos. It's just an incredibly divine experience. And now I need to find you another one. So two, here's one. And here's this one. I have a lot and I'm not going to show them all to you. I think I'll do another one, but I want to show you a couple. Those are all from, thank you, show all. Fun. Okay, let's do this one. There is no sound that you want to hear, so just be with it in peace. Oh, actually, I did talk on this one. See that? Light being there, flying around for us. Eye opening, sun blessing. Receive that. Wonderful. Here again, you can see this beautiful being and receive from tree, all the other energies here. And the cenote, the water lilies, and the ancient land. You can just feel all the energies, see whatever might be reaching out to you. And there's the water lilies. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. There's a lot of different energies here, and this is actually a cenote. That's a cave cenote. And here you can see the other side. So I wanted you to experience the fairies and nature spirits of a cave and the plants around it. So many different spirits. So many different. We're here at the ancient Mayan site of Sibil Shaltun. This is where you can get a solar initiation to your third eye on the equinox. And we're here today on the solstice. This is the summer solstice. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're here looking at messages, messengers, and medicine. Of course, there's medicine in nature and herbs and plants. And there's beautiful vibrations in ancient stelae. This once carried carvings and inscriptions of important and sacred things. It's 3 in a row here. The energies of the sacredness is still here in these stones and in these lands. Here we're looking today for fairies, which is alush in Mayan, which means nature spirits, and also they have a word called shanas, shana for fairies. And here we have cactus, and we have all these different trees, and they're growing out of sacred ground and stones from the ancient Mayan site. And all of the beautiful history is in this land and energies. Here we have a vortex because when you see certain things begin to do this, curling and spinning, I often find vortexes that we can go and enjoy. So just enjoy for a moment and see how you can tune into the nature spirits, the ancient spirits, and the fairies of this beautiful place. Sacred day, longest day of the year, day when we receive the most sun, the most gold rays, most codes, most upgrades, the most life force. The butterfly, get a little sun, ray download. The fairies love it when things are left natural. English gardens, or when you have a natural area in your property, they absolutely love that because they can play and create. So at these sites where often there's not very many people, there's a lot of fairies and alush. When we're looking for messages, these are guidance or potential healing. Everything is a messenger, everything is vibrating, everything is alive, everything is divine energy. And therefore, if something triggers you, if something reminds you of something, whether it's a plant or a time or a place, it's triggering some kind of memory and medicine for you. Could be something you need to let go. Look at this cactus. Very unusual. You're a very unusual spirit to be here. That's a very interesting message because we don't get a lot of cactuses, and certainly just growing by itself right there. Everything has a life force that goes through a cycle. So when we see all of these dead leaves and branches, they still hold energy. Many of them hold healing energy. They still hold the frequency and the DNA of who they were, the spirit essence of their species and their mission and quality on the planet. And The soil where anything grows, including you, has a very deep impact on the planet, on the energy and the medicine. So this soil is an ancient Mayan city that was where people were sent to learn their spiritual awakening and understandings. Here you came to open your third eye from the sun initiation on the equinox. And therefore, all the lands, all the stones, all the walkways, all the trees carry this sacred energy. Now remember that digital photography captures frequency. So you can receive, here we go, some fairies. Hi. Oh, wow, you're very unusual. Kind of a bee, I think. So as I touch this ancient stone, you touch it. As I receive the codes and the information of light that is optimal for me at this time, you receive yours. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wayaninin, Mother, I am here. Wayaninin, Mother, we are here. We ask permission again as we are here at this beautiful sacred space to receive the key codes that each of us are ready for on this sacred solstice, to amplify our receptivity and gratitude for all of these amazing and beautiful sun rays that bring us codes, growth, gold light, and more. And we ask to connect with the ancient Maya, those who have come before us, discovered so many secrets of life, the universe, the celestials, and the planet. Solstice with the fairies and the Mayan fairies here at Sibyl Chaltun. We've gone into a very new natural area where there's barely any people, and they're excavating some new ruins. And we're going to just have a connection to the Alush, the nature spirits, and the fairies of this sacred land. The sun coming through these trees in different ways and all the light beings is part of the solstice blessing. There were so many butterflies, and they were landing on these strands that were hanging from this tree. And I played with them a while, and then I walked through them. And these trees have these caves in them. They were filled with gnomes and other fairies. I see the little butterfly fairies here. Those are little fairies. And they're swinging on these beautiful vines. Notice the light beings dancing in and out with us. Senses as I go into each of these trees, the tree spirit is not alone. The plant outside of it, the plant growing inside of it, all of these things living inside here. This all have, it's like a community of fairies and nature spirits and devas co-creating life, life from death and death from life and over and beauty and nothing wasted and everything beautiful, no matter how old it is. There was a womb right there, and here's a vortex. You see these things starting to spiral. And you can contrast with the trees on the pyramid. Oh, there's no So we're going to close with that and do a few more readings and see what the fairy realms have to say to finish up our celebration. I hope you're having fun. I wanted to share you the energy of these kinds of places and the diverse nature. And the reason it's so powerful with the nature spirit Lush and Shana's energy is because it's so natural. You saw there's like nobody grooming it. It's like this part of the tree's dead, this part's growing, that's growing on top of it, this is winding around it, this is growing out of it. There was even this enormous cactus, was about 12 feet tall or maybe 15 feet tall. And we don't get cactuses really much here. And it was just growing between these two trees, just, went over and it was looking at that. So we talked about how messages come when we are places that are different or unusual, of course. They come, though, in a way that you can see, sense, or feel, right? So that if you are in an amplified state like today, you can receive more energies. Now, the energies that they've been gifting us are very frequency. What's the word you're trying to say? Frequency, they're very high frequency. And the lightness, is that what you're saying? The lightness may make you dizzy. The lightness of some of this energy as you receive it, as you take it in, as you digest it, and the solar energy from the solstice and the infusion that we've been giving you through this is going to be such a lift that you need, like, it's a balance thing. It's almost like, getting your balance again back in yourself in some sense, maybe not physically. So don't worry, feel that way, call on the Alush. And okay, so let's see what we have. Thank you. You are 100% may have that. This is a third eye crystal bowl, and they're asking if we would please receive that. If you can't hear it, I apologize. So let's allow these beautiful fairy energies, these infusions we've gotten in our hearts, this gift of feeling, sensing, and beginning to feel our magical selves, the parts of us that tune into that realm, that know that realm, that are fed by and work with the medicine of the fairy nature spirit realm, the wings that we've been receiving back again, the knowledge and wisdom. So we ask in this sacred space to give our love and our honor and our respect and our gratitude and joy, to pour this with loving delight out from us into this sacred space, into every other beautiful being here, into the fairy realms, into the midsummer's night dream, into this beautiful sacred temple of light in which we play. We give great thanks to the sun and all the parts of us that receive the sun. I accept this gold ray infusion and allow it to download and integrate. I'm ready to receive. I'm ready to enjoy. I'm ready to prosper. I'm ready to be me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The download of light will help to activate the fairy wings, bring them more to you in some way that you can relate. Why have we given you fairy wings? Why have we given you the idea that you had them, or you could have them, or you could sense them, or you energetically can tune into what that means. Why? Talk to the fairies. They're cute, they're pretty, okay, maybe sometimes. However, we really have an important role here. We live in a different realm than you, but we live in the same space as you. We may vibrate at a different rate than you, but we live in the same places you do. So your fairy connection is always happening. There's no way to be away from us. And as we ask on this beautiful day that you let go of your pain and your worries, that you relax and give yourself a break, that you feel the lightness, the magic, the beauty. We're putting light arches around you. We're laying carpets of light to you. We're bringing you the beauty of the opening, the lotus. The lotus fairies are very special, they said. That's very special they came to you today. Don't always come out. Thank you. 3, got it. So we are going to do a few cards. How's everybody doing? Thank you, baby. You're so welcome. So welcome. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, we're going to close now with a card from the fairies. The last message here. It said 3, and I thought 3 cards, and they said no. And then I thought the 3rd card, and they didn't answer, so I cut it, and they said stop. And then I was like about to say the 3rd card, and no, the card is the 3 card. I love it. So, oh, it's gorgeous. There's a moon, and the 3 graces. The 3 graces. These are the muses, the empresas of friends, spirits, new associations. Wow, they're gorgeous, just gorgeous, just gorgeous. All right, so this is for all of us. It's a 1. We got the 1, we got the number 1. We are here, we are one. We are here, we are new. We are the chosen one. Unbelievable. All right, my darlings, let's absorb this blessing together as we close. Look at these beautiful beings. They've got violet wings, violet flowers in their hair, there's violet in the tree, but the tree's mostly dead. And the moon is there, but the crescent moon is lit up, which is accurate for where we are. Interesting. There's something around the waist laying over the sacral. It's like a sacred belt with some amethyst or something, some sacred patterns here. You can feel that. This one's holding the other one's sacrum, shoulder, hands. They're intertwined, supporting each other, but differently. Beautiful connection. These 3 spirits, these 3 beautiful fairies are here for you. Thank you. What a blessing. I know we have to go. I love playing with you. I love magic. I love the sacred world around us. I love playing with all of these things, and I hope that you'll come play with me again tomorrow. We're going to play with ascended masters and gods and goddesses, I think, as messengers in medicine. So I hope you enjoyed the fairy medicine, all of the beauty that we received, the incredible downloads. Please feel free to re-listen. Please share with as many people as you can. And I will see you again soon. Namaste. We give great thanks to all of these beautiful fairy realms, to the energy, to the sacred space and the temple that held us here tonight. May this circle be open, yet unbroken, as we move forward in our own path, spreading the light, walking in with intention, enjoying our fairy wings, reconnecting to our magical realms, surrounded and one in this beautiful biosphere of light. I am that I am, and I am magic. I accept my fairy wings and the blessings of the rainbow. I accept the download of golden light. And I go into my dreams and into my world, bringing this magic with me and weaving and leaving an arc of light for others to find. And so it is. In la Quechalakin, I am another you, you are another me. We are one. Thank you. Namaste.